All right. Welcome, welcome, folks. Gather around, come a little bit closer. I am so excited to have you all here today. We are going to be chatting with one of my personal favorite brands ever since I was a little one, running around the mall looking for the perfect studded belt and the perfect band t shirt to match. We are here with none other than the legendary Hot Topic. And we're going to be chatting a little bit about what's it been like since we've launched with their SMS program here in the first year. My name is Kara Lewis. I am Hot Topic's lead client strategy manager at Attentive. And I am here with today Faith Bukakis, email marketing manager for Hot Topic, and Terry Mata, email marketing analyst here today. So let's get started, shall we? Tell us a little bit about Hot Topic.
Hi there. So Hot Topic, like you said, it's basically ingrained in the memories of many of us who spent our teen years at the mall. We like to call ourselves the loudest store in the mall because we're constantly pumping amazing music and showcasing the latest and greatest in pop culture. So will forever be the destination for all things pop culture. So.
Absolutely. Thank you, Faith, for that little rundown of Hot Topic. So, as I mentioned, Hot Topic has been using SMS for just over a year now, launching back in March 2021. Now, since then, you've grown your subscriber base significantly in that time, and we definitely have a lofty goal for 2022. Now, I would love to start by going back to the beginning. Can you guys talk to us about why you decided to launch an SMS program, and what were some of those early goals and strategies for the SMS channel?
Yeah. So our SMS program, really the reason behind why we wanted to communicate to our customers via SMS is it's where our customers are. I think all of us, if we're here at Beyond the Message, we know that our customers are constantly connected to their cell phones, and so whereas email is something that our customers sort of choose when they're going to engage with us, maybe on their lunch break or whatever like that. SMS was really the channel that we wanted to be able to push time-sensitive messaging, or just really critical messaging that we wanted them to see and enjoy right there in the moment.
Absolutely. And because a lot of these messages are time critical, time sensitive, because the phone is usually always in our hands, it's very, very important that we are constantly and consistently kind of A/B testing our messaging and all of the places where we do send our subscribers messaging. So one of those message types that I want to talk about is certainly your cart abandonment journey. I think the progression of your cart abandonment journey is a great example of how you really took the time to test things out and make changes based on the results. So let's hop right into our cart abandonment journey, and let's chat a bit about how it's evolved and some of the A/B testing that we've done along the way. Do you want to walk us through this one, Faith?
Yeah, sure. So when we first started with Attentive, our goal was really just get the foundations, built, get everything up and running. And I think that in any program, cart abandon is not only the biggest win, but one of the quickest things to set up.
Exactly.
So we really focused on getting our cart abandonment journey up and running. And the reason why we A/B tested was because, if this was going to set the tone for our cart journey, we wanted to know, what do customers want to see in that messaging? Do they want to see the product that they carted, or, is just the text of the message, enough of a reminder to be like, hey, you left something really awesome behind. You should come back. So we had this running for, I'd say a month maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where we wanted to see hey, what are customers responding to? Images of their items, as a reminder, or just straight up, text.
Exactly.
And yeah, and we found that, our product is really cool looking. So image is one.
Absolutely. And would completely agree. I am a little bit more engaged and more moved if I can get some more visually stimulating messaging in my phone. So yeah, I would absolutely agree. And I think, again, this is one of those very simple A/B tests that I think it would be easy to forget because, there's so much that you can do and launch with SMS. You could, some may forget to kind of tackle some of these smaller A/B test initiatives. So I think, starting with the image versus no image and where we send our subscribers for that abandonment message was a really key and foundational test to take on at the beginning of our program. So let's hop into one of the second A/B tests that we did here with our abandoned cart journey here. You want to talk to us a little bit about that one?
Okay, so actually, I'm going to kick this question off to Terry because she's the one who asked the question that kicked off our second A/B test for our cart abandonment journey.
Yeah. So up until this point, we had a 3-hour delay, and I think that I questioned whether the 3-hour delay was optimal for us. So we decided to do an A/B test between the 3-hour delay versus the 1-hour delay to see how that would impact conversions. And after about a month of testing, we found pretty comparable results. But ultimately, we decided to split the difference and go with a 2-hour delay because we saw a higher AOV in the 3 hours versus the 1 hour. So we chose to split the difference and go with the 2 hour to drive a higher AOV.
Absolutely. And again, I think this is really highlighting the importance of A/B testing our trigger messages. Very low level lift here, but can really extract some really important data points from our subscribers for us. So trigger messages obviously do a lot of the heavy lifting since they're sent automatically. And browse and abandoned cart reminders in particular can help you recover potentially lost revenue. And it's really important to do this kind of A/B testing, especially in the early days of your SMS program, to really figure out what works best with your audience. And it's something you can certainly do and should definitely do as your program matures. And the evolution of your cart abandonment journey has been over a year in the making. And it certainly goes to show you just how much you can test and iterate within just one aspect of your program. And you've done similar experience with your browse abandonment journey as well. So let's do a little bit of switching gears and talking from our abandonment and triggered messages over to how are we bringing loyalty into the SMS program. Now, there are a few ways we've been slowly trying to integrate loyalty into the text messaging program. And how we're using the channel to get subscribers into your loyalty program. All right, so let's dig into some of the ways you've started bringing loyalty and text messaging together and how you're using the channel to get SMS subscribers into your loyalty program.
Yes, cool. So our, goal early on was really just about building that foundation, really kind of bringing in as many subscribers to the channel as possible. So this year, when we started to have our conversations around loyalty and making that the focus of Hot Topic in 2022, we really thought, hey, what's an untapped channel that we haven't really talked about loyalty yet? SMS. So yeah, this year we've really talked about let's expand our loyalty communication to every avenue available. And with SMS, we've looked into ways to use conversational campaigns to talk to our customers about loyalty, segments to talk to them about loyalty. We've even updated our welcome journey messaging to try to encourage those loyalty signups at that really early stage.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and what we're seeing here is, if you have a loyalty program, SMS is naturally the channel that you're going to want to begin to kind of bridge these two programs together. So you mentioned that conversational keyword campaign. So let's take a look at this initiative first. What did the conversational keyword campaign look like? Why did we kind of pursue this strategy first? And what type of output is that netting for us?
Well, this one was kind of a funny one, because we were talking about, what the overlap was in our SMS program and our loyalty program. And, our struggle was that our loyalty program has been around for years. It's much older than our SMS program. So we know that not everyone who signed up for SMS maybe signed up with the same phone number for the loyalty program. So when Terry and I were talking about like how to identify them, Terry was just like, why don't we just ask them? Like, I was trying to make it complicated. She was like, let's just ask them.
Right.
So I'm gonna kick it to her to explain how we did that.
Yeah, so I thought exactly that, like, why don't we just ask them? So we decided to run a conversational campaign that would allow us to use a keyword journey to automate those responses. So we did. We sent out a campaign to our 90-day engaged segment, asking them if they were an HT guest list member. And so we also asked them to respond with a yes or no reply. So we have exclusive offers for our loyalty members that we send out every so often. So for users that replied with a yes response, we responded with a message to build up excitement about a loyalty offer coming up. And then for those who responded with a no, we gave them the opportunity to sign up for our loyalty program and start receiving those exclusives for loyalty only.
Awesome. And I just want to highlight the simple power of simply just asking a question. In 2022, we have so much data and many data points available to us. So we feel like we should be kind of like figuring out these problems behind the scenes. But there are some occasions where you can simply just ask your subscribers for the information that they're looking for, and they're going to send it back to you literally one-to-one without having to kind of guess and scrape for that data. So I think this is just such a powerful example of the text message channel and how we do have these subscribers literally available at our fingertips. So let's reach out to them, our customers, directly, and kind of ask them how they're engaging with our program. So with that, those yes and no answers, let's talk a little bit about the two new dynamic segments that we were able to create simply from asking that very simple yes or no question: are you a loyalty member or not? So we have two new dynamic segments here, one for loyalty members and the other one for non-loyalty members. Can you talk a little bit more about how you're using these segments today?
Yeah. So like Terry was saying, we have a lot of exclusive offers for our loyalty members. And so we really wanted to use messaging that was tailored specifically towards those loyalty members to say, hey, this is for you, and really make them feel special and really amp up that excitement. So that's where we saw our first message here, where it's like, hey, it is hot cash. You get first dibs. Shop now. For our non-loyalty members, or just the people who didn't respond to that first message, as terrible as it sounds, we really wanted to give them FOMO. We really wanted to be like, hey, you are missing out. So we really drove that messaging, saying like, you could be getting this awesome deal today if you were also on the guest list. And rather than send them to shop now, we actually would send them to the sign up page. And what was really cool was that the very first hot cash redemption that we tested out this messaging, we just in passing, someone had come to me and they were like, hey, did we do anything different this round? Like, feels like we got a lot more signups this time around. And both Terry and I just kind of grinned and we were like, oh, we started to, tailor our messaging to talk to those people, encourage a couple signups.
Yeah, exactly. So again, another example of how just asking this simple question led to us identifying these different audiences within your subscribers list. And now we were able to target them a little bit more personalized to make sure that all of our messaging is speaking a little bit more particularly to how they exist and engage with your program. So again, another small bit of personalization that really, really goes a long way. And clearly it's noticeable by your other team members who are looking at the same numbers that we are. So again, personalization is really key here in creating a unique SMS experience for your customers and your subscribers. So now let's jump into how we are kind of promoting the guest list and the welcome journey. So we're rounding out about how we are bringing loyalty into the SMS program. And we are doing that by also introducing these aspects into the welcome journey. As you can see, the experience looks a bit different for purchasers versus those non-purchasers. But ultimately, the goal is to get your new subscribers to become a loyalty program member as well. So let's talk about what kind of strategy do we have going on in this welcome journey, and how is it tailored a little bit differently for these different audiences here?
This one was a really simple one. Again, our initial welcome journey was just about getting them into our SMS program. And then once we were into our sophomore year, we thought, let's be a little bit more strategic about this. And again, use SMS as our untapped source for promoting the loyalty program. So yeah, we again tried to tweak the messaging just a little bit. We wanted to get people informed about the guest list very early on, but if they had already made a purchase, there was a good chance they had seen mentions of the guest list already. So when we sent that message, we just wanted to reiterate the benefits of it. The points, the exclusive deals, birthday rewards, all those things. For customers who hadn't made a purchase, it really was about like, have you joined yet? You should, don't miss out. So again, it's just the power of segmentation, and the change in the language might seem subtle, but sometimes that's all it takes to really push the customer, to take the action that we wanted them to do, either learn more or to actually join.
Exactly. Awesome. Now, moving from the welcome journey, let's talk about how this affects our SMS retention strategy. Now, before we wrap up with some key takeaways, would love to talk about a couple of the more advanced automated journeys that we've set up recently. Now, one of our main goals for this year is retention, as I'm sure it is for a lot of the other brands here watching with us today. And SMS is definitely going to play a part in that. We've seen how you're incorporating loyalty into your broader text messaging strategy, but now you're also using SMS to nurture your subscribers throughout their journey with you. From making their first purchase to getting them to engage again after not buying for a while. So let's talk about some of these retention strategies we have going on, starting with this join the segment journey.
Yeah, so specifically our join to segment journey was all about trying to take those customers who had joined our SMS program, but for some reason still hadn't taken the step to make a purchase. So I think that customers fall into this journey 14 days after sign up, but with no purchase. And we thought maybe it's because they're having a hard time finding their interests. Hot Topic, we have so much product, like for any and all, but sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. So we wanted to ask people like, hey, like, are you having trouble finding the merch you're looking for? So we initially said in that first message, we'll send them to the best sellers, but what if they want something a little bit more specific? So we set up this keyword response where we gave them 4 different options for some of our more popular categories, saying like, hey, are you looking for Funko? Are you looking for Star Wars? Are you looking for, gamer, that kind of thing? And then direct them to those spots. What was really funny for us was seeing who responded with what which category. We kind of, Terry and I, sort of as not just a joke, but actually just genuine curiosity. We wanted to know, like, do we have, horror movie fans, year round, or is that more of a seasonal play? It's Hot Topic. Apparently we have the fans. They are year round and dedicated to that category.
It's Halloween 365 anytime in the Hot Topic store.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So thank you for that insight for our retention strategy number 1. And so to piggyback off of this join this segment automation, we also use our win back journey to also keep our customers coming back, converting a second, third, and hopefully 4th time. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here in our win back journey.
So we were really excited about this journey being released. We knew it was something that we wanted to use as soon as it was released. So for this journey, we did decide to follow best practice and offer an enticing incentive for these subscribers to make a purchase again. And for us, this is like a really big deal because we don't offer discounts too often outside of our welcome journey. So here we did offer them a 30% off code initially, and we also included a second follow-up to remind subscribers to shop again the latest pop culture items.
Excellent. Yes. And we did just launch this about a month ago. So we're definitely super excited to see what kind of impact this has. But as you said, Hot Topic usually doesn't offer a discount in other areas of the program. So really excited to see how this kind of unique strategy here for the brand is effective for us. All right, now let's get into some key takeaways here that we've chatted about today. What do you think some of the keys were here, Faith, for Hot Topic in the first year?
Oh, for sure. I think that in the first year, it was, experimenting early, setting that baseline, and really growing that program. But then also moving out of that first year, continue to test, continue to learn, continue to listen to your team. I mean, every time Terry asked why we do this, I legitimately would say, why? Yeah, I agree. Let's test and learn and revise. And also, automation. Like we're a really small team. We manage both SMS and email. Let those automations do the heavy lifting. Especially for the longer term initiatives that the longer term journeys that are geared towards loyalty and retention.
Excellent. All right, folks. Well, thank you everyone for listening today. That is all the time that we have. Faith and Terry, thank you so much for chatting with me. Stay tuned for our next session where we'll reveal Attentive's product roadmap and give you a sneak peek at what we're building.